is a low-budget Brit flick based in the 1980s on the true life story of Cass Pennant.
I never once told you that I loved you after all the love you gave me. I never even said goodbye.
Cass, played by Nonso Anozie, was actually a football hooligan who organised fights under the guise of the West Ham intercity firm. He would later renounce football violence and write his autobiography.
My ambition was really to write a book, which is where the film comes from. It's an unusual film because it's actually on a true story, my story.
I was blown away by his story. I mean, a lot of people would think that as you turn the pages, this has to be made up, this has to be a fictional book. But every page is real, every minute in the film is real. Everything that happened actually happened in his life.
You take care of him, Cecil. I don't want him getting into any more trouble.
It's all right, doll. It's only the football.
The film was written and directed by John S. Baird, who I met earlier along with the cast.
I was expecting, when I read his autobiography, for it to be a one-dimensional hooligan film. When I read the first 2 chapters, it completely changed my mind. I was there with the character. I didn't have to read any more in the book at that point to be interested. I was with that character at that point, and I thought, if we can do that in a film, if we can start the film with his childhood and show what he had to go through to fight his way to find a place in the world, then we can get an audience, we can hook him in, yeah?
You can't just go bashing people up all the time.
Well, I met up with Cass about 3 months before we started filming, and I would tell him to just go about his normal day and just ignore me as though I'm not there. And I would follow him about and repeat words that he would say, try to copy his walk, his mannerisms, and he has lots of little tics and habits. And it was about 2 weeks before filming that it actually clicked, and I actually was able to really embody his character.
Knowing Cass Pennant, I thought another Football Factory movie, another football, Green Street, that sort of genre. I thought, I've done the Football Factory, and for me it's the best it's going to get. So I didn't want to do any of that, but they said, look, just read it. And when I read it, it completely captivated me.
Sit down and f***ing behave yourself before you catch a cold. Now!
It was so personal. It was so about someone's life, and got my agent told me that it was kind of another football hooligan film, but reading the script, it wasn't. It's about, it's about a man's life.
Don't go doing nothing stupid, you hear?
The film is set to be released on the 2nd of August at just 50 screens across the UK, which is a lot less than the usual summertime blockbuster.
For me to be up there, you look at my life story, there's a lot of moments I can get very emotional. I'm 50 this year, and the film crew took me to meet my real mother for only the 2nd time.
So keep it tight, show the loyalty to these 3 guys when you do the scene.
There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of this is like no other film. The people and the cast they put into it. It's John S. Baird's first full film. I just love the energy, it's positive.
This film certainly isn't politically correct, and it does deal with some very deep issues around race and racism. But you know something, Nonso plays Cass brilliantly, and it is a thoroughly entertaining movie. If you've seen The Football Factory or Green Street, this film is definitely one for you. It's Lorraine Donovan signing out from the Broad Street Bid.